The alarm goes off. It is 6:47 in the morning. The sky outside is still dark. Right now, 130 million Americans are doing exactly what you're doing. Getting up, getting dressed, preparing to leave. And for most of them, the dread is already there. That low familiar weight. Something about this does not feel right. And almost no one ever stops to ask why. Who designed this system and what did they want from you? Picture your Monday. The alarm fires at 6. You shower, dress, and join the crawl of traffic. 8 hours at a desk, meetings, emails, more desk, a long drive home, dinner, the couch pulls you under. Then Tuesday, same alarm, same road, same desk. 50 weeks a year for 40 years. Add it all up. The number is almost unbelievable. About 90,000 hours. That is your working life. So who decided that was the deal? Who sat down and drew that line? 9 to 5, 5 days, 50 weeks a year. Feels like something old, something fixed. But it was not always this way. This was not nature, not ancient custom. Someone made a decision and the world followed. The 9 to 5 was invented. One man, one factory, the year was 1926. And he did not invent it for you. To understand why, we have to go back. Back to 1926, before any of this changed. You are a factory worker. You arrive before sunrise. You will not leave until long after dark. 10 hours, 12, sometimes 16 in a single day. 6 days a week, every week, all year. The weekend as you know it does not exist. This is not extreme, this is just normal. Then in 1926, Henry Ford makes an announcement. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Workers call it a gift. But Ford has already done his homework. His own research shows rested workers make fewer mistakes. They produce more, they cost him less. But there is a second reason, and this is the one nobody mentions. Workers with free time go out and spend money. They buy things, Ford's things specifically. The 5-day week was never a gift. It was a business calculation, and the whole world adopted it. And it spreads, not out of kindness, but because it is perfectly efficient for the owners. Factory owners across America copy the Ford model. Industry by industry, the 5-day week locks in. The whole schedule is built around one question. How much can we get from each worker, each week? Your hours, your mornings, your prime years, all calibrated. The schedule was never designed around your life. It was built for the factory, you pay the price. The average worker spends 239 hours a year commuting. That is 10 full days every single year. Not on vacation, not with family, just sitting. In traffic, on a train, going nowhere fast. 74% of commuters say it damages their mental health. 3 in 4 people worn down before the day even starts. The cost is invisible, but it is real. And now there are numbers to prove it. 66% of American workers are burned out right now. 2 out of every 3 people you know. But the number that truly stops you is this one. 83% of workers aged 25 to 34. The years you are supposed to be building your life. 8 out of 10 running on empty. But something is quietly starting to change. People are no longer sitting still with this. 41% of American workers have quit or considered it. Not to retire, to build something of their own. Nearly half the workforce looking for a way out. 1 in 10 has already stepped through. Not the lucky ones, the tired ones. And they all end up asking the same question. What exactly are they building? Something called affiliate marketing. The mechanic is almost embarrassingly simple. A company sells a product, shoes, software, a course. They give you a unique link tied to your account. You share that link, a video, a post, a page. Someone clicks it, they buy. The company pays you a percentage of that sale. That is the whole model. No product to build, no warehouse to manage, no office, no boss, no schedule, and the industry behind all of this is enormous. Affiliate marketing is worth $17 billion this year, growing at 15% every year, year after year. This is not a niche corner of the internet. 80% of the world's biggest brands run affiliate programs. Amazon runs one, Nike runs one, Airbnb runs one. They are all actively looking to pay people commissions. Send a customer their way, they pay you a cut. Now picture this. It is 2 in the morning. You are asleep. The house is completely quiet. 6 months ago, you wrote a short blog post. Tonight, somewhere, a stranger finds it. They read it, they click a link, they buy something, the whole thing takes seconds. Your phone lights up on the nightstand. Commission earned $47. You did not move, you did not clock in. You were simply asleep. But here's the part nobody tells you. Most beginners earn almost nothing in year 1. The median side hustle brings in $200 a month. Not enough to change anything. There is a gap between starting and actually earning. And that gap is exactly where most people quit. A few months in, nothing visible yet, and they walk away. Quitting inside that gap is the only reason most people fail. So what separates the ones who make it? Not luck, not some secret niche nobody else found. A system. A clear path from zero to first commission. Pick a niche you actually understand. Something you have lived, learned, or care about enough to explain. Create content that genuinely helps people. Not content that sells, content that answers real questions. Then place your links where people are already deciding. That is the whole system. But knowing the system and navigating it alone are two different things. Most beginners spend months just guessing what to do next, and that guessing is where momentum goes to die. Programs like Online Mastery were built to solve exactly that. A step-by-step framework. Not vague advice, not guesswork. Every stage mapped out in the right order. So instead of wandering, you are building. Compressing months of trial and error into weeks. But even so, the real timeline does not lie. 6 to 12 months before meaningful income arrives. Most people quit somewhere in that window, before the compounding has had time to work. The affiliates who stay find something different. After 3 years, they earn nearly 10 times more. Old content keeps earning long after you made it. Every post, a door left permanently open. The compounding is real, but it requires not quitting. Now picture every piece of content as a door. A YouTube video, a blog post, a review, each one, a door you leave permanently open. You create it once and then it stays. While you sit down to dinner, it is working. On a quiet Sunday morning, it is still working. While you sleep, the clicks keep coming. The doors stay open, the clicks keep coming. You are not there, but your work is. Think of compound interest, but applied to effort, not money. A salary only pays while you are in that building. Step away and the income steps away with you. This model does not work that way. Every post, every video, still earning while you sleep. Month 2 stacks on month 1. Month 6 stacks on everything that came before it. At first, the growth curve is nearly invisible. Then slowly it bends and keeps going. But step back for a moment, go back to 1926 and Henry Ford, a man who ran an experiment on his workers. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It was not a law of nature. It was one man's efficiency calculation. 100 years later, that experiment is still running. And you have been living inside it. Not because you chose it, but because nobody ever showed you the door. Now you know the door exists. The first step is always the smallest and the hardest. It starts with a niche, something you already know. Then one piece of content, just one. Then a single link placed inside it. The link in the description, that is where this begins. When your first commission arrives, something shifts. It is quiet proof the door was always real. Everything after that compounds.